Good morning, it's your boy Sydney here with you. It is a Wednesday here in Sydney, Australia, and the weather is glorious. Loving it, not a cloud in the sky. So, Justin Trudeau. Wow, what a guy. Prime Minister of Canada, arguably one of the worst Prime Ministers the world has ever seen. For those of you who don't know about Justin Trudeau, he's basically an arts graduate whose father was incredibly influential, was a previous Prime Minister. So he's carrying on the legacy of the name. What up, Ninja Nika? How you doing? He's carrying on the legacy of the Trudeau name. And yeah, basically he's just ruining Canada right now. Absolutely ruining Canada. His approval rates are at all-time lowest. Now this guy is a super leftist. Like, I mean, when I say super leftist, I'm talking about like fucking like a cape flying through the air with like an L on it, you know, for leftard. And yeah, Eric Quaid says he'll never make a statement that his wife won't endorse. He doesn't like sleeping on the couch. He's a yes girl, Boots says. That's all correct. And for those of you who don't know who his wife was, his wife used to be his school teacher. So he basically married his feminist school teacher and got completely cucked by her. Now he's a social justice warrior and somehow got into the role of the Prime Minister of Canada through writing off the back of his parents' name. And he's just ruining the country. He's introduced laws making it criminal to repeatedly call transgender people by their incorrect pronoun. And when you say repeatedly call them by the incorrect pronoun, Justin, what exactly do you mean by that? Oh, well, I mean, if someone's being called by the incorrect pronoun, they can come to the police and say it. Okay, so you mean someone could lie about being called by the incorrect pronoun and go to the police? Oh, no, transgender people wouldn't do that. Okay, whatever. Because estrogen has proven to be such a truth serum. And for those of you who don't know, and I'm sure all of you know, estrogen is exactly what is most present in women's body, whereas testosterone is most present in man's body. And funnily enough, estrogen, well, phytoestrogens are found in soy products. So people that consume large amounts of soy or copious amounts of soy even are basically perfect candidates to behave like women, even if they're men. And when I say women, I'm talking about, you know, your sort of stereotypically irrational and unreasonable woman that tends to be, in my experience, over 50% of the population comfortably. Yeah, look, Mad Taoist, I would definitely not say that Trudeau is a representation of the typical Canadian man at all. And see, Ralph Wiggum just brought up a good point. Justin Trudeau says, oh, you know, men shouldn't interrupt women. What the hell's that on the road? Vacuum cleaner hose. Weird. So he said men shouldn't interrupt women. But what does he do? He then interrupted a woman who was asking him a question and referring to mankind, right? As in humankind, as in the humans that we all are. And he said, and he literally stopped her mid-sentence. She actually had something pretty profound to say. Damn, that sounds bright. She actually had something pretty profound to say. It was quite reasonable. And he goes, oh, we prefer to say people kind. Like, dude, are you serious? Like, really? How did you become the Prime Minister of Canada? I mean, just even with your parents' name, I can't fathom how someone this fucking stupid could become like that. Just absolutely disgusting. Like, just to contemplate having a social justice warrior in charge of an entire country. A social justice warrior in charge of an entire country. And he's also said, I almost said she's almost said, which is basically correct. You know, and it's not just that men can be feminists, it's that men should be feminists as well. And he won't stop pushing the whole feminist thing, right? And he's just parroting his wife. He's so cucked. It's unbelievable. He made a fool of himself and Canada when he went over to India. He's always talking about cultural appropriation, and then he gets dressed up in Indian shit, culturally appropriating it. If you want to play that game. Like, really? I don't know. It's just too stupid for words. I'm trying not to sort of get to go on too much about it, because if I go on too much about it, I'm going to end up going on a massive tangent and I'm going to be late for work. But yeah, man, it's just, that guy just kills me. And there was some talk that Jordan Peterson has been asked, well, some people have said to Jordan Peterson, you should run for president. And love or hate Jordan Peterson, he's got to be a much better candidate than Trudeau. I mean, Trudeau just can't go for a second term. If he goes for a second term, Canada's finished. It's game over. Matt Tower says, that's the beautiful thing about the game Trudeau's playing. It's self-defeating. He will show it to be as stupid as it is by acting it. That's right. Ralph Wiggum, I really think that Jordan Peterson, you know, needs to be the next Prime Minister of Canada. I mean, look, you know, some of you guys don't like Jordan Peterson because he's a bit of a tradcon. And maybe you're right, you know? I don't disagree with that. And yes, I know he called MGTOW pathetic weasels at one stage, but he also then did some more research and he found out what was wrong and he apologized for it and he said he can understand why. Right? So it's not jump the gun too fast. And really, I mean, if it's between someone who called MGTOW weasels and then apologized for it and someone who is trying to criminalize the use of incorrect pronouns and turn all men in Canada into feminists, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? It's just Ralph Wiggum says, I can't believe he went full Indian garb. The locals, I imagine, were like, is this guy fucking serious? Exactly right. They wouldn't be like, they honestly wouldn't be able to look at him and take him seriously at all. He's not a leader, he's a follower. And he follows feminists. He follows social justice warriors. He's nothing but a left-hard uni graduate of the arts. You know, he's no better than... Justin is a good feminist. I bet he allows his wife many other cocks and proud of it. Exactly, R2D2. Exactly right. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it short today. I'm actually gonna go I should really get some articles on Trudeau and do a real expose on him. But for now, guys, and I also just wanted to say a massive thank you to the kind donations that I received from my afternoon stream yesterday via PayPal, and also 2 new patrons. Guys, your money will go to calling out the feminist bullshit. So my plan is to essentially try and have women declassified as a disadvantaged group for the purposes of, you know, they call it positive discrimination, where they discriminate positively in favor of women to help women because apparently they need help and men don't. We all know that's bullshit, and we all know that there's no reason why women need help over men. So Trudeau and Macron see their gynecologists more often than Merkel or May, exactly. But yeah, I just really want... We need... Because look, a lot of the affirmative action, the paying women more superannuation, having women-only positions, women-only this, women-only that, women with all this stuff for women, right? That is not available for men, period, and would be illegal to make available to men because it would be discrimination. It's actually illegal to positively discriminate in favor of women because there are provisions in the Discrimination Act in Australia for disadvantaged or don't think the word is marginalized, but I'm going to say disadvantaged or marginalized or minority groups that need assistance. So my goal is to basically use politicians and members of parliament and say to them, okay, well, why, request in writing from them reasons why women are a disadvantaged class. I want to have that in writing. I want to shut them down with all the facts. My goal is to have women declassified as a disadvantaged minority because they are not a disadvantaged minority. And that is why all of these companies and all of these people and all of these government-funded feminist bodies are allowed to discriminate against men because women are seen to be disadvantaged in the eyes of the law. So we need to prove the lawmakers wrong and make them reflect on those changes and actually make those changes. And it costs money to send out registered post letters. Like, it costs money, and it's money that I don't have on the scale that I need. So if you guys can donate by PayPal or Patreon, it would be hugely appreciated. If you can't, that's fine. I totally understand. But understand that the less money that I have, the longer this is going to take and the more deep shit we're going to get into before we get out of it. So I'll leave that with you guys. I really appreciate anything you can afford to give. I will be catching up with you hopefully this afternoon with another stream. If I don't, I'll see you first thing in the morning. But for now, I'm going to bounce. Check me out on Instagram, Patreon, and Minds. Go to MGTOWmerch.com for your MGTOW merchandise. If you have any special requests, please email me at sydneymgtow.com, sydneymgtow@gmail.com. And it's time for me to go. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you all. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.